So I just had my first fight with your spirit, and I want to tell you the story about it. So, um, um okay, so I took these pictures after the fact. So this here, right? Like, you see how she's holding her finger up to that ear, and the other one's holding up the other ear. So it's as if there's like not listening. Like, I'm not listening to her. Like sisters, that's the sisters is a representation of you being like my new sister. So one is a choice over here. That's Jaden. The other one is over here, a blonde. This is a brunette. That's a representation of you being a blonde, which is not necessarily a good thing, right? But um, the blonde is connected to this blonde here. So you would think that you're not listening, but the previous video that I just uploaded indicates that you are listening. You like the story. So what the blonde represents here is this argument here. I'm not listening to you, and that's the story I want to tell you about. So when you upload a video to YouTube, sometimes you get the dreaded you get that right. So I that damn thing came on when I was trying to upload my video, that previous video. This one here, which just uploaded 6 minutes ago, it's not always music. Sometimes it's movie trailers, right? So this one here, every time I tried to upload that video, I would get the dreaded three dots, and I was getting pissed off. I was getting mad. I was just like, I even restarted my phone with the expectation that I could upload my video. So I normally what I do is I shut the video down, I back out of YouTube, and then I go back in, then I refresh the thing, and then I hit the button. And normally when I do that, it usually corrects itself in one or two tries. This time I did it like 7 or 8 times, and I was getting pissed off. Like, what the fuck's going on? Then I got mad at your spirit. I said, I'm not going to upload the goddamn video at all if you don't stop playing around with the electricity in my phone. Because that's your spirit in my phone playing around with the electricity so that I get the dreaded 3 bars. And it was pissing me off because I want to get that video uploaded because I want to have something to eat. I want to take my dog for a walk. So I have other things I want to do. But your spirit had other plans, man. She was trying to tell me, hey, dum dum, take a picture of that screen because there's 3 dots on there. They're white dots. The 3 dots represent, our firstborn son and our fraternal twins, boy and girl. That's what your spirit was trying to tell me, Olivia, and I wasn't paying attention to it. I was getting pissed off because I wanted to upload the video because I'm anxious to get some stuff done. I want to vacuum my floors. I want to go for a walk. But she had other plans, man. She wanted me to get mad at her so that I could discover what she was actually trying to say. So that's what this is about. So I took a picture of this here because I could understand. I'm not listening to what she's trying to say. That's why they're going like that. What? What are you trying to say? Oh, you want me? I know what the hell you're trying to say. Now you want me to take a picture of that screen with the 3 dots and tell Olivia about it, what it actually means. So I got really pissed off on the 8th try. That's when I threatened your spirit. I said, I'm not going to do the goddamn video at all if you don't let the goddamn thing play. And then as soon as I said that, that's when I was able to upload it. But in me telling the story behind the scenes here, that's when I put on the notebook because I'm telling the story about you and I getting in our first fight here at home, which you'll see behind the scenes here in that movie. You might even hear me in the movie if my microphone works. I theorize it works because this screen recorder thing, it has a different app which allows the microphone to work. So in theory, it means if I'm just using my old if I'm not using this little box on the screen and I'm just using the phone normally, you can't hear me. But when I put this little screen on, the theory is that you guys can hear me talk to you in the movie. And I get that from Remember the Name. Okay, so Remember the Name, it talks about he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat or the mic. Yo, I'm gonna pull that up, huh? So this is Remember the Name by Fort Minor. If you want to listen to it, it's another song while you wait for me to get the other video done. So, here. He doesn't need his name up in lights, meaning I don't need to be famous. Otherwise, I could be unalived. So he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat or the mic. So the microphone, meaning I don't think people can hear me on my phone when I'm doing my videos at home here behind the scenes, which is why I use words to tell my storyline. Like you'll notice over here in my in my in my playlist that I use words a lot. Probably not on here in a while. So there's there. I'm letting people know stepdaughter, right? This one here, I was letting people know last night that this is a fear tactic, a fear tactic from the spirit. Thought this is like thought single, and then I'm like love Chloe Mike. Okay, so I'm letting people know. This one here is alive, and then this one here is like Mike watch. So so spirit co-write music, soul inside, not real. So I'm telling people stuff like that using those words. And that's how I've always done my videos. But I theorize with this little box here, the way it bypasses the AI's ability to hack my phone. And so people can hear me now. When you begin watching this movie at home, when it gets released, you might be able to hear me now. Whenever this box is on, you should be able to hear me talk through the phone. So that's what that's referring to. He just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat or the mic, right? So it feels so unlike everybody else. I mean, I'm the creator, and in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him. But F him, he knows the code. It's not about the salary. It's not about me making money. It's about reality and making some noise. So the reality is me making a video through YouTube and through the back scenes here, making a story, making sure his click stays up. So that's me making a story and making sure that my videos stay on YouTube by not stepping on people's toes. So I have to be careful in how I word my mouth, word my language. Otherwise, people could say things and get it shut down, and all my hard work of my 370 videos could get taken down. So that means when he puts it down, tax picking it up. So who the hell is Anthony anyways? He never really talks much, meaning you can't hear me through the phone, right? But perhaps now you can. Never confirm my status, but still leaving them starstruck. The star is you, like you're starstruck. So humble through opportunities. Anthony's humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge Anthony because he makes a living from writing raps. So that particular lyric there is a lot of my videos on YouTube, they revolve around music, but this next video that I'm going to do for you, Olivia, revolves around trailers. And in the previous video, I touched lightly on the Superman trailer. So I'll get into trailers because a lot of my stories that I do here, they revolve around trailers, and that's something that I have not been able to do yet. Like if I had free range to do what I want to do, I would broadcast this cell phone out 24 hours a day and have it stored to the cloud where you could go watch any episode that you want. And I would break them down into 1 hour episodes with a 24-hour clock. So if you clicked on do I have calculator on here? Calendar? Yeah. So imagine if you clicked on a calendar like that, and then you could see 24 hours, like you would see 24 hours, then you just click on one episode. My episodes will be broken down to 24 hours. So you can pick up where you left off. So that's my vision, is to create a calendar like that and have my phone broadcast it to the entire world so that I could tell my story. And do whatever I want here without stepping on anybody's toes. Because sometimes when I go to sleep at night, I put on Netflix, or I'll put on Disney, or I'll put on Tubi, and I'll fall asleep to that. And most nights it'll play all night long. So I can't do that when I'm creating a YouTube video. I can't do that. So that's why I need my phone broadcast to the entire world as a TV channel. That's my ultimate goal at some point, to do that, so people could tune in here, and that's called transparency, because there's a lot of people out there that would think I'm doing bad things here. But if I'm being transparent, and you can tune into my phone 24 hours a day and see what I'm doing, well, then I'm being transparent, and you can see that I'm not being bad. I'm being good, and I'm doing work here at home. So that could help save me. So that's my ultimate goal. But right now, seeing as I can't, have free range, I have to do these videos in this fashion here and take still frames of the pictures, and it's a very labor-intensive process. So many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing music. Anthony put this together himself. Now the picture connects. So that picture connects as me using music and pictures to tell my story. But now I'm actually going to show you a picture, like a movie picture, and show you how it all connects together, Olivia. And now it unfolds. Now it all unfolds. The skill of an artist. So my book, I use artwork in my book, and I just used artwork here to show you, to tell a little bit more of the story. I may do that as well. I may do incorporate a few more pictures, but I don't want to give the entire secret away, because you've read the book, I feel, right? So if I put all the secrets online, people could find it. I could go viral, and then I could prevent the pregnancy from happening, which would shoot myself in the foot. So I have to be mindful of that. So then I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. What do you think that means? It's spiritual warfare, right? And that there is connected to 5% pleasure, which is that. Wax on, Danielson. Wax off, Danielson. That's the 5% pleasure. Meaning, out of 10 years, if you do the mathematical equation, you come up with a rough estimate, right, of how long I do the spiritual, or the thing, right? So if we do, 3,605 days, and you times that by 5%. So only 182 days have I been waging spiritual warfare. The other thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of days, I've been who I am right now. And the other 182 days, that's when I'm the police officer. So I want you to remember that when they come here to throw mud on my name. I've only been a police officer 182 days out of 3,650 days. Those other 3,500 days, I've been a good, upstanding citizen and not a bad man. But these ones here, I have to basically turn into Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and to get the secrets necessary conducive to mankind's survival. That's what that means when you look at this year, 5% pleasure. It's not always, I'm not sitting around here 24 hours a day being a bad man, is what I'm trying to tell you. Only 5% of the time. And I'm not bad. I'm a police officer investigating a case. So that's why many misjudge me. They don't understand the facts of the case that's being presented to them. They're only seeing things from one side. It's like being a judge in a jury. It's like sitting on a panel of judges as a jury member, and then only listening to the prosecution, and then getting up out of your seat as a jury member, walking out the door, and then coming back with a guilty verdict. We find him guilty, Your Honor. And then the judge saying, whoa, 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 wait a minute, jury members. That's not how we work. That's not how due process works here. We don't just go convicting somebody because we hear one side of the story just because of the prosecution says this or that. That man deserves a chance to, speak on his defense. We want to hear the defense side and what the defense has to say. So what type of jury member are you? Are you the type that walks out because you've heard one side of a three-sided story, their side, my side, and then the truth? Or are you going to persecute me on that? So don't be a bad jury member. You got to listen to both sides of the case. Don't get up and walk out on me just because you believe in something that you've been taught. I need the opportunity to prove that I am the good guy here, because I am the good guy. So let me present my defense, is what I'm trying to tell you. So many misjudge him because he makes a living from, spending 185 days trying to save everyone's lives. Now the picture connects. So that's the crystal method name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. So Megadeth they sing a song, I forget the name of that song. But anyway, it says, you take a mortal man, you put him in control, watch him become a god. If I can find the name of that song. Symphony of Destruction, that's what it's called. So this is Megadeth, right? So you take a mortal man named Anthony Kagi and you put him in control. Watch him become a creator. Watch people's heads roll. Roll. That's what that means, right? But what's the Symphony of Destruction about? How about these guys coming over here, getting rid of everybody? They're going to come here and proclaim me to be the bad guy, and then try to talk to the half of you that believe in their stuff. You're going for a spaceship ride somewhere and then get rid of you out in space and come back with a bunch of androids to get rid of the other half of us who are human and wage war. And that's what Symphony of Destruction is about. A human coming back here acting like a robot. Its metal brain corrodes, or the neural link in the brain corrodes. You try to take its pulse before the head explodes. So these guys are going to come over here like the Pied Piper and try to say that, my wage of spiritual warfare here with a pipe is a bad thing. And they're going to lead the rats through the streets and dance like a bunch of puppets swaying to the Symphony of Earth's Destruction. And that cannot be allowed to happen. The earth starts to rumble. World powers fall. Where did I hear that before? Isn't that from the Antichrist? A warring for the heavens. A peaceful man stands tall. I'm 6'7", right? So I'll be the only man in creation that's going to stand 6'7" forever, because everyone else is 6'2". I'm not going to allow somebody to stab me in the back like they did at the beginning of creation. I'm going to take every martial art here known to mankind so that I can retain that information forever. So in case anybody ever wants to try to tangle with me going forward, they're gonna have to deal with a 6-inch difference in height, not to mention a weight difference, and not to mention an arm reach difference, so that I can defend myself against anybody else, say 100 trillion years down the road, who wants to become a dum dum and try to stab me in the back and take creation over. So now, a piece of man stands tall. So don't dance like the marionettes, man. You guys and I, you know, and I know that the robots are coming here to, be a bunch of dummies. Don't let them be dummies, man. So take them to church. Well, that's me proving I'm the Alpha and Omega, right? So this dude is the truth. This dude is the truth. Everybody giving him guest spots. Hey, Jimmy Fallon, you gonna give me a guest spot, man? You're my favorite talk show. So his stock's through the roof. What stock? Oh, yeah. That's me opening up the People's Republic of Canada. The corporation where I'm going to buy every corporation on planet Earth in the name of mankind, so that we all own everything collectively together. So when I start that corporation, it's in mankind's name, but I'm just the beneficiary of it. And every corporation that I buy that gets put under it means that you now own a corporation on planet Earth. So if my stock's through the roof, it means that people are going to want to jump on board and with that idea of the 100% of us owning everything collectively together, as opposed to 1% owning everything collectively together, while the 99% of us, give the other 1% our money. So that's what's going to put my stock through the roof. But who is this S dot? You remember the S on Superman? Stands for Solomon. It's me, Solomon dot, because my grandmother's Solomon. But that previous video that I just showed you with the Avril Lavigne, the dot, Olivia, it's about you being dot. The dot from Ready Player One, plus the dot from your vampire video, and the arm dot, and now the Avril Lavigne dot. So this dot here means Solomon dot, Olivia Solomon. Although it would be Olivia Coggy, not Solomon, right? But because you're fame, you may want to keep that name, but I'll leave that up to you. She's my confidence girl. Up to you, whatever name you want. So that's what that means. I heard he's messing around with Olivia Rodrigo. In other words, that's what that means. So anyhow, that one's. I'll just leave it there because I don't want to decode the whole thing. But I'll show you one more. Here. Anthony often gets a comment on his name, Anthony Oliver Coggy. People keep asking him, was it given at birth, or does it stand for an acronym? A-OK means everything's going to be A-OK. Have you ever heard of that situation? Everything's going to be A-OK, mankind. If you just, do everything I tell you to do. Everything's going to be A-OK. But now I got to go introduce something else because of that. And so I want you to watch this one though. So you now got to watch Sip in Your Darkness, right? There's Sip in Your Darkness. by Megadeth, or Symphony of Destruction, right? Fort Minor, and now you got this one. So I believe in a thing called love. Um, so have it here, but it's in the lyrics. So
Calling boyfriends and letting them chat. See what will happen.
Hello.
so if you watch this one here, and there, so at 109, you're gonna see that. I want to kiss you everyone every day. You got me in a spin, but everything is a-okay.
You every minute,
So so anyhow, that there's just a small sample on there. I don't think there's enough to get me shut down, but that's the part I wanted you to see. I won't know until I go in. Hopefully they don't shut me down for that little mishap there, but it should be in here and it's not in there. Everything is a-okay. They don't have it in the lyrics here. So anyhow, I'm at 27 minutes in, and I don't even know what where I'm going with this one. This was just on the fly. I didn't expect to go this way. So we got it's just another story off the top of my head. Like if you were sitting here, if my thing was being broadcast, you could actually be listening to me as I'm making this on the fly right here, and it would be a lot better. But as it is now, I have to make these videos as they are here, and it sucks the way I got to make them. So we got the crystal method, name of the game, right? And then we got Megadeth. So I've already talked about Megadeth, right? So I want you to watch Symphony of Destruction, but now I want you to watch this one here, crystal method, name of the game. I want you to watch. Um, My Chemical Romance. Okay, so that's about right. Wow, that's so slow. How was about played? Yeah, this one. So I want you to watch this one because that's what's going on here. And when I talk about spiritual warfare, it's about My Chemical Romance. And may death never stop you, meaning it won't. So that the Black Parade is about welcome to the Black Hole Parade. But seeing as I'm Alpha and Omega, the Black Hole Parade ain't gonna come. So My Chemical Romance is about spiritual warfare being waged here. Oh, where did that go? See, this is on the fly. I'm just making this up as I go. It's very confusing, but each time that you hear me talk about a video, you should stop and listen to it. So now we got the crystal method of the game. Now we got Megadeth, Symphony of Destruction. And then, let's go to church now, okay? So, right here, just like my lover's got humor. My lover, Olivia Rodrigo's got humor. She's the giggle at a funeral. Knows everybody's disapproval. I should have worshipped Olivia Rodrigo sooner. If the heavens ever did speak, Olivia Rodrigo is the last true mouthpiece. Okay? She tells me worship in the bedroom. Only heaven I'll be sent to is when I'm alone with you. So, my lover, Olivia Rodrigo, is the sunlight because she has that little white soul of spirituality to keep the goddess on my side. Olivia Rodrigo demands a sacrifice. Drain the whole sea, get something shiny. Something meaty for the main course. That's a fine-looking high horse. What you got in the stable? We have a lot of starving faithful. So the song is about her and I getting together, getting pregnant, and destroying evil. And anybody who doesn't, convert to the good side of creation. So that's why I'm making these videos, so you can make sure that, you want to be standing on the side of the fence over here with me and Olivia and spirituality, because the last thing you want to do is fall asleep. Because that's what will happen when we get pregnant. You'll fall asleep. Because your soul will get shocked with positive electricity. So you now have My Chemical Romance. You now have Symphony of Destruction. You now have Take Me to Church. And then you also have, what does it say in here? I Believe in a Thing Called Love. A-OK. And whatever else I told you to watch. So now I can get back to the story at hand here that she wants me to tell you about, which is me not paying attention to her and what she's trying to tell me to do. So that's really, aren't you listening to what I'm telling you, Anthony? So that's why I put this on, because it's like the Notebook, the fight scene, right? Have you been paying attention to anything that's been happening? No, not really. I got really mad because I wanted to upload that video. But in getting mad at her and yelling at her, saying, I'm not threatening to not put the video up. I said, I'm not going to put the damn video up if you don't let my video go up. So she stopped manipulating the electricity or the algorithms in my phone to allow the video to go up. But I didn't realize what she's trying to tell me till afterwards. So she's like, I think I must have misread all those signs, I guess, Olivia. I guess you did. That's what she says. What? Look at us. We're already fighting. We've only been a week in, Olivia. This is our first fight. And that's what she wanted me to tell you. This is our first fight that we've had here, and you're not even aware of it, because I got mad at your spirit because you wouldn't let me upload my goddamn video because you're trying to show me a clue that my head, that just went over my head because I was too anxious to get my video uploaded. And, well, that's what we do. We fight. So that's the clue right there. That she's trying to show me by it's electricity, because she's the atoms in my phone. The electricity in my phone, she was manipulating the electricity so that I would always get this sign, and I don't usually get that. That's the first time I got it 8 times in a row. Normally I'll get it twice, and then on the third try I'll get it. But because she was manipulating it, and I got mad at your spirit, saying, that's it, I'm not doing the video if you don't let go of the electricity. She let go of the electricity, and I was able to get the thumbnail up and then upload it. And then I realized, oh, sorry, Olivia, that's what you wanted me to do. You wanted me to take a picture of this screenshot here to show Olivia that there's your 2 souls right there. That's a representation of your 2 souls. but it's a representation of our firstborn son and our fraternal twin boy, or fraternal twin son and daughter, having a soul of white light. That's what she wanted to show me. And because I didn't pay attention to that, you now got a 36-minute video about all this other subliminal information that you didn't know about, that I don't even remember where I started at from. I don't remember how I started this video, and to tell you the truth, I just know that she wanted me to talk about these three dots, but in doing that, she ended up revealing a lot more information that you didn't know about through the Fort Minor song, which is connected to My Chemical Romance, Megadeth, Symphony of Destruction, and Take Me to Church by Hosier, which is also connected to The Darkness, I Believe in a Thing Called Love, because of the Anthony Oliver Coggy connection, and the S dot connection, which is you, Solomon dot, because of my grandmother having the Solomon name, which makes you the S dot in that song. And that's what she wanted me to tell you. And it took me 35 minutes to tell you that story, but you now have a little bit more information that you didn't have in the previous video. And I haven't even gotten to the booby trailer video yet. So anyhow, enjoy your music lesson.